back here on the Cover 3 podcast. It was quite a challenge filling out that ballot, but experts from CBS Sports, 24/7 Sports, we did that to put together our mid-season All-America team. There were only 2 unanimous selections on the All-America team. That's seriously, that's how difficult this can be when you throw out and cast a wide net. Danny, do you know the answer here?
What's that?
Do you know who the unanimous ones are?
I would figure Ashton Genty's probably the first one.
Yes.
I know.
Is it Cam Ward?
No. Hunter, right? I know who it is, so I won't answer. Can I answer?
It's because I don't want to leave too much dead time. It's
Kelvin Banks.
Kelvin Banks.
Okay.
I mean, look, you are a superstar offensive lineman for the number 1 team in the country. You've got I'm not criticizing. I've been filling out these All-American ballots for a long, long time. It can be very, very difficult, especially in the middle of the season. If you are one of these people that when you're looking for talent looks to the NFL side, like the NFL draft, who does the NFL draft people like? Kelvin Banks checks that box. If you're somebody who goes to PFF or other evaluation sites for your answers, Kelvin Banks checks those boxes. And if you're a tape grinder who just wants to sit down and watch Texas's offense get out there and maul people, well, guess who's out there doing the mauling? Kelvin Banks checks that box. So I'm not surprised here that when we had to fill out our 4 offensive lineman spots for the best in the country, Kelvin Banks was a unanimous selection. Other notable
I
ones.
was surprised that Travis Hunter wasn't.
Yeah,
very much so. I would
How
like
did the
to
vote go
find
for
out
that?
who left Travis Hunter off their ballot.
What was the vote? How did you put him as a? I see he's on the list as a corner.
And as all-purpose. It's on there twice.
Yeah, you got to pick. How many corners were on the ballot that you were allowed to pick, Chip? Because we would do it. It's like 2 corners and 5 defensive backs. So you can mix up safeties and corners.
Yeah, 2 corners and 3 defensive backs.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would just like to know who left Travis Hunter off their ballot.
I would also like to know. Yeah.
Or maybe they put him at wide receiver.
I don't know. So the quarterback was Cam Ward out of Miami. The other running back besides Genty was Caleb Johnson. Our wide receivers, Trey Harris from Ole Miss, Teteroa McMillan from Arizona. The stunner of all stunners, as we've got it up here on youtube.com/cover3. I like Gary actually made this comment on the broadcast. He was like, yeah, and I guess there's a big competition for tight end 2 on All-America teams because ain't nobody beating out Tyler Warren. Seth McLaughlin gets the nod at center. Kelvin Banks, Will Campbell, Wyatt Millum at West Virginia, and Tyler Booker at Alabama. Before we head to the defense, let's just hang right here. Danny, Bud, Tom, anything stand out or any names that jumps out that is not there?
I mean, Banks is a great pick. The right tackle for Texas has been playing, in some people's eyes, even better this year, right? Which is insane to think about this Texas offensive line, which will probably lead us into that big game breakdown coming up. Hunter not being unanimous is a little surprising. It's been a year where a lot of the returning vets have just not been quite as good. So you really kind of had to dig for some more young guys, I think. McLaughlin being on there, that's interesting given all the crap Alabama people gave him. He went on the road and did fine. Will be interesting to see how Alabama does on the road this weekend. That's the first road game they have played this year, right? The first real road game.
Mm-hmm.
I had his replacement. On my ballot as the center. McLaughlin's great. I think he's done a really good job. But I had Brailsford as my first team All-American center. I
think they're both very happy. I would think.
I think they both have had a
game in Ohio State. Yeah.
Yeah. Without a doubt. All right, let's take a look at the defense. Got Donovan Ezeraku from Boston College, Kyle Kennard, Nick Scorton. Then we get to the linebackers, Jay Higgins from Iowa, Sean Dolak from Buffalo, Danny Stutzman from Oklahoma. Then at cornerback, as we mentioned, Travis Hunter from Colorado, Noel Williams from Cal, Xavier Watts from Notre Dame, Caleb Downs from Ohio State, and then Jahdae Barron from Texas. Tom, I'll say that this is the place where I felt like I was off from the consensus more than I thought.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
This was You mentioned how some people go through the process here. You know who leads the nation in tackles?
Is it Sean Dolak?
Yeah. So it came time for some people to fill out their ballots. Clearly, they were just like, well, this guy leads the nation in tackles. So, which I'm not going to argue against because he does lead the nation.
Yeah, the midseason All-American team is about being great in college. And if you lead the nation in tackles, you're doing a great job in college.
That's right. If you play on a bad defense behind a defensive line that can't stop anybody and you're a linebacker, damn it, you're on an All-America team.
I had Abdul Carter on there. I had JJ Pegues on there.
I did not have Pegues on mine.
I had Josiah Stewart, from Michigan at the linebacker position. He didn't end up breaking through. I don't know if Caleb Downs has been also Caleb Downs is a phenomenal player. I don't know if he's jumped off the screen for me. I
did not.
I thought he was pretty good, but I don't know.
I had Jalen Reed from Penn State. I had Avion Terrell from Clemson, who I think's been really, really good. And then I had Jalen Catalon from UNLV.
That's a good one.
Yeah, former Arkansas player. Those are my three in the basically you're looking for your safeties. You got 2 corners, 3 defensive backs. So nickels and safeties take there. So I had Catalon, Terrell, and Reed as my defensive backs right there.
I had Chris Paul at linebacker on mine. I thought he deserved a little more consideration.
Oh, Dane Jackson definitely got a lot of consideration. Filling out the. No, wait, hold on. Dane Jackson or Landon Jackson? Does Landon
for Arkansas?
Yeah,
Landon.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a complicated process. Feel free to check.
There's a lot of good players, and we only get a few slots.
Yell at us.
Hey, actually, let us know in the tailgate your favorite player that did not make the midseason All-America team. Like, share, subscribe. Go to Spotify. Check it out.